In these videos, I'm going to talk about how to take a whole number and I'm going to divide that whole number by a fraction. So in the last video, or a video I recorded before this, we did fractions, like we did 2/3 divided by 8. We're pretty much doing the reverse. Instead of taking a fraction and dividing it by a whole number, now we're dividing whole numbers by fractions. So when we take a whole number and divide it by a fraction, we can start modeling it the same way as we do when we have a fraction and we divide it by a whole number. So the first thing that we want to do is we have this fraction right here, 2/3, and we can make a model of that 2/3. So I'm going to make a bar model or a tape model, and I'm going to shade in 2 of the 3. So this model is representing, I have 2 out of the 3, so this is 2/3. This represents 2/3. And what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to take this 8, and I'm really trying to take 8 and divide it by 2 out of 3 things. So what we do when we use these models to divide these whole numbers by fractions is we say that this 2/3 right here, I want to divide this chunk. I want to take that and split that up so I have 8. So here I have 8. So it's a little bit, it's a new way to think about it, but essentially we have the whole number 8 and we're dividing that into 2 out of 2/3. Well, okay, so if all of this is 8, if this is 8, that means this has to be 4, this has to be 4, this has to be 4, because 4 plus 4 would equal 8, and so all of this here represents 12. So 8 divided by 2/3 is going to give me 12. For those of us familiar with multiplying by the reciprocal, I can do that down in this other corner. I can say that 8 times 3 over 2, that would give me 24 over 2, which would simplify to 12. So it's the same thing, it's just using a model, because what we're really trying to do is we're trying to kind of visualize what's going on here. And once we start using this on a regular basis, this multiplying by the reciprocal, we're basically just trying to get an idea of what are we actually doing when we do that. Let's do another example. Here we have 5 divided by 1/4. So again, I'm just going to make a model of a fourth. That's my fraction. So I'm going to model 1/4. So here I have 1/4, and I want to take 5, and I'm going to divide that by 1/4. So I have 5, and I'm dividing that into 1 out of the 4. Well, 5 divided by 1 is just going to give me 5, which means if that block is 5, these are all 5. Really super similar to a tape diagram is what's going on right here. And if all of these are 5, then together they are 20. And for those of us, now we're not doing this in class yet, but I'm just kind of trying to use something that's more familiar to us adults who have gone through algebra. We have 5 times 4 over 1 would give us 20 over 1. So we're really solving the same types of problems here. We're just using models instead. So hope that helps.